Look who's back. Back again. Hi, welcome back. Here's something all parents can relate to. Cutting fruit in the shape of a rainbow. Or old clothes that don't fit your kids anymore. I know you have a ton of them in your house, but instead of letting them collect dust or just throwing them away, how about turning them into something actually new and useful? Here with some ways to revamp your children's clothes. Give it up for designer and our good friend, Christopher Straub.
Hey!
Welcome back, friend.
This is my first time on season 10.
This is your first time in the new season?
This is my first time in the new studio and season 10.
Oh!
How did we let that happen?
I know, I don't know. You've been very busy, though.
Busy.
Let's see, because this is $1 million lighting. Director, take camera 5 with Christopher. Look how good you look.
Oh,
that's right.
Stop it, you.
Look at that with the new. That's right. Okay, now settle down, Sally.
Okay.
And you know a thing or two about this because, and you haven't been on so long,
yes,
we're now in more cities. So
that's right.
Yeah, if you don't know, this guy here was on Project Runway season 6.
Oh yeah, that's right.
When you were a wee little thing.
When I was this big.
You were this big, yeah. And you have children.
I have many children.
Yeah, and they're what, 30 now? How old are they?
They're 30 to 35-ish. Yeah.
How old are they?
They're about to turn 11 and 12.
Oh my goodness. We're old, Christopher.
Well, I know, because they came in the studio when they were like this big,
yeah.
And they were on their little iPads and things just behind the scenes,
yeah.
like hanging out. And now they grow out of their clothes every 6 months. So I had to come up with a way to take their favorite items and turn them into something new that are their size.
And you will agree, I just had this conversation with somebody on the radio show. This is perfect because everyone, it used to be when we were kids, oh, you're thrifting, oh, you're reusing.
Yeah.
It wasn't hot. Now it's the hot thing to do. It's like everyone wants to thrift and reuse.
And they want to wear bands that they've never heard of. They want to wear little cartoon characters that they've never seen.
Daddy, can I wear a Bananarama t-shirt?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Right. Like I have a
Thank you. The 4 people that laugh know who Bananarama is.
Name 3 songs.
That's right.
Name 3 Bananarama songs.
Okay, so what are we doing?
So this is a couple ways for you to take their favorite tees and reinvigorate them into something that they can wear now. And so right behind or right in front of you are a couple things that I just did recently for them. And I want you to look at these 2 things in front of you. Guess which one I designed and guess which one my son designed.
Well, I would imagine your son designed this one.
So we had this old T-shirt, and here once we go there.
Yeah.
So we had this old T-shirt that had Bart all over the place and had little sayings, and I said, let's go buy a T-shirt.
Yeah.
You tell me what you want on that T-shirt, and then you can design it yourself. So now all of a sudden, not only are you the designer, but the kids can design their own clothes as well, and then they feel even more attached to those pieces.
Okay.
Easy to do, and it's an almost no-cost project.
Well, I was going to say, now you say easy to do, because you know what I'm going to ask. I'm thinking of the person at home, and that is, they're not you.
Yes.
They don't have a fancy sewing machine. Christopher has a very fancy. So, is this? Can I do this?
So this, yes, you can do this. You can either use your sewing machine, and I'll show you some projects where I used it, or you can just use a needle and thread. And this is a this is a very large needle.
That is a very large needle.
That is a man-sized needle for a man-sized sewing project.
And I shouldn't be holding it. Yeah, there we go. There's a needle right there. It's big.
That's an embroidery needle, and then embroidery floss, and so it's much thicker than traditional thread. And as you can see, especially around Bart here, I was a little kind of crude going around all of those details because it adds to sort of the fun of the character. So. Or the fun of the project itself.
Yeah.
So I set Bart behind the shirt and then cut an area out and stitched around it. And then the Eat My Shorts part is stitched in front of the shirt. So you'll see there's a lot of dimension. And again, this is a shirt we already owned.
Yeah.
We went to one of our big box stores and bought this shirt for $4 brand new. If you want to thrift, if you want to take something out of your wardrobe, and then I have the needle and the embroidery floss. So this was a $4 project. Right here. Yes. $4 right here, everybody, right there. And then, but I'll sell it to you for $200.
That's right.
And then I did the same kind of detail with this one, and those are all stitched on. That happened to be a design of mine. These little teddy bears. Those are my illustrations.
Yeah.
And then they were done on a printed shirt, and then I stitched those on there, and then it's hard to tell on TV. Maybe you can make that out, but I did a bleach project or a bleach sort of thing to there to make it look even more mossy and aged. And I'll show you 2 different ways that we can do bleaching too.
I would imagine, being your offspring, do the boys have good fashion sense? They're not watching. You can go ahead and tell us.
They don't care.
Yeah. They don't care?
And it's funny because we watch TV. We watch a lot of TV. Especially reality TV. And I say, I was on a show. Would you like to watch it? And they're like, not really. Not really.
The honesty of the children.
It's like,
so they haven't seen you on Project Runway?
We watched like one episode, like 4 years ago, and they were like, cool, and then they moved on. It wasn't like play next, like you know, that prompt comes up. It wasn't that at all.
Yeah, my family hasn't watched this show since season 2, so it's fine. No, my mom does. Yeah, I'm kidding. My mom watches every day, so does Kyle. Okay, we have about 1 minute. What can we do in 1 minute? We have more on the other side.
Well, and one thing you can do too is maybe there is a mark, maybe there is a cut, maybe there is some sort of issue that needs to be covered up. You can do this same project with a patch just to like make something new again while adding, you know, here's the luxury of, or the fun of live TV and presenting to camera, but
it's fine. So, and just because, just like stickers, I've noticed that patches are everywhere. Patches are everywhere.
Patches, I love patches. I'm doing patches. I collect patches for this very
reason.
You know, yes, exactly.
So you don't have to throw away a shirt if you get a rip in it. Remember, because when I was in junior high, I wore a jean jacket and I had like buttons and patches everywhere.
Yeah, cover it.
I thought I was cool. I don't think that I was. We'll talk about that in the break. More with Christopher when we come back. Back in a moment, everybody. What's old is new again.
Make it fresh.
Make it fresh.
Let's make it.
Welcome back, everybody. Christopher Straub from Project Runway. We'll tell you how to get a hold of him. Really quick before we continue.
Yes.
How long? When did season 6 air?
We taped it in 2008, and it aired a year later, 2009.
And you were, correct me if I'm wrong, because this is proof how much I listen to you. Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. You were the first season on Lifetime.
Yeah. And
when they moved to Lifetime.
That's the reason why it took a year, because there were, I guess, is this public knowledge? There were lawsuits back and forth with Bravo and Lifetime about the ownership, and it was sort of referred to as the lost season of Project Runway during that year because it might never air. And during that time, I was cast on another show, and I was like, and it was on Bravo. And I was like, wait.
Chippendales Live. Yeah. That's right.
Should I go on this show knowing that I might not be on Project Runway? Because if they scrap it.
I didn't know that, actually.
Yeah.
So we're legit friends. That's why I can joke like he was in Chippendales. Anyway, Okay, back to this. All
right. So I'm just going to give you a quick little how-to on stitching this.
Thank you, because I don't know anything.
Way. So like what you first do is put too much embroidery floss on your needle.
Okay.
Do a couple knots, probably about 4 inches at the end. You want to give yourself a little bit of
wiggle room.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So then from the back side.
Oh my God, my friend Alexis would be so proud of me.
Oh my God, we love Alexis.
I know, from the radio show.
Oh my gosh, should I make you do it?
No.
So the first.
My grandma I used to watch my grandma would do that while watching The Price is Right.
Right.
Yeah, with me, while I would eat my breakfast.
So I'm pretty generous with my stitches here. So I'll do like about a ½ an inch between stitches. And actually it's really time efficient too. Like I could, if I was focusing on this and not trying to present for television, I could have this little kitty done in about 30 seconds.
But also, didn't you, you don't have to, don't do it for television. Try to do it as I'm talking to you. But no, I'm just saying you don't have to worry about looking pretty. Just do it.
Thanks,
what you just demonstrated over here, I love. The stitches back in, again, my day, they had to be perfect and no one had to see them. Now, the rough look is in.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter.
And it's the make it yourself, the custom detail, because it is because there is so much fast fashion happening right now,
Yes.
it's actually kind of nice to have something that's a little more hand wrought.
Yes.
Yeah.
You got the Zaras and and no offense to any of them, but yeah, you can reuse things.
Exactly.
Okay, you're going. That's
So,
pretty quick.
Pretty fast. Pretty
Yeah.
fast. So that's an easy way to do some of the projects that I had showed you earlier.
What's this?
So I'm gonna just show you 2 different ways to do bleaching quick.
Okay.
One is kind of this tie-dye, and for those of you who've done tie-dye, the way to achieve this is just to sort of spin it around. Again, I'm not one of those precise people. Or what you do for the little teddy bear, the brown hoodie over there, you get it wet and you just scrunch. You scrunch like this, and you take your water bottle. There's not actual bleach in here, but then you just go pss, 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 pss.
With the bleach.
Yes, wait 2 minutes, and then throw it in the washing machine, and it comes out like
that. That's
like
honestly
exactly.
how. That's all you
easy.
do for
it's
a tie-dye.
so easy, and it's so quick too.
Okay, what's that?
And then one last thing, and this might be my favorite thing I've ever done, is I actually put batting from quilting behind the image here and stitched around it. So if you get close, you can see it's puffy. There's a lot of dimension on that. And so I sort of traced along, this is done with the sewing machine, I traced along all of those black lines to create this puffy pattern. I'll try to give a little dimension to it.
I love that, Christopher.
But I can't wait for my kids to like ruin this. You know?
Yeah, ruin that too.
Wear it so much that it's sort of out.
Before you go, especially for our new folks in Detroit and Orlando and Quincy and Austin, we're in Texas now.
Yes, we're in Texas.
Say hi to Texas.
Hey, Texas.
That's right.
Hey, Sean in Texas.
You're working on a new book. Christopher's also an author.
Yes. So I've published 8 books already, and the next little character and the next little book are coming very soon. Within 30 days.
Is it the character I've been begging you, Jason the Bitchy Bear?
No, it's not the. It's not a wombat or whatever.
No, I want Jason the Bitchy Bear.
I thought it was like a different critter.
And he just walks around the forest criticizing things.
I think there's something
look at that
to
stump.
It.
You know what I mean?
Something to that.
There is something to that.
Yes.
There's something to him. Give it up for Christopher Straub, everybody. Be sure to follow him on the socials.
At Schmistopher on Instagram.
And then his official website, ChristopherStraub.com. Back after this, friends. Back in a moment. That was good, buddy.